and you are tuning into the Supernova Tosha Show podcast, the show that addresses social issues and how it affects our community. So today we are going to be talking about some clairvoyant people, some people that are psychic, those mediums. If you are into tarot cards or you read palms or whatever it is you're into, or if you do, or if you're not into them. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So here's a question that I want to pose to the audience. Do you believe in psychics? Well, a psychic refers to an individual who asserts to possess abilities that surpass ordinary senses, often suggesting some form of extrasensory perception. And these abilities encompass various psychic phenomena, including clairvoyance, mediumship, um, precognition, and psychometry. However, the determining authenticity of a psychic can certainly be challenging. Are you able to distinguish between genuine psychic mediums and those who may not be so genuine? So, we can find reliable sources for authentic psychic readings when seeking clarity and insight. So they say. So there are various types of readings available, and one of which is astrology psychic readings. And these readings offer insights into an individual's personality based on the position and alignment of the celestial bodies, such as the moon, the sun, the planets, the stars, the time of birth. And while some people seek guidance through simple sun sign horoscopes, astrology delves deeper into the study of planet signs and houses and angles. And, astrology is utilized to make predictions on a whole wide range of topics, including global events and personal life changes. And so many different forms of astrology exists, and you have the Chinese, Tibetan, and Western astrology. They exist. A psychic reader who incorporates astrology into their practice provides an analysis and insights into personality traits and life events. The most accurate psychics can even offer psychic predictions through astrology, such as predicting when one might experience love or receive a long awaited job promotion. Yeah. Or, do you know? Um, well, okay. Let me see if I can tell you. Okay, have you ever heard of Yuri Del Harris? So Yuri Del Harris, I don't know if you guys remember, like in the 90s, she was known as Cleo Millie Paris. That's one of her aliases. So, I mean, we knew her affectionately as Miss Cleo. She had like the little fake Jamaican accent, and she'd be like, "Call me now." So she was an American and television personality and actress, and she gained fame from her portrayal of Miss Cleo. She was a spokesperson for the Psychic Readers Network, and that was a pay-per-call minute psychic service. Now, the television commercials featuring Miss Cleo aired from 1997 to 2003. And in 1997, Miss Cleo relocated to Florida, where she met Stephen Fetter and Peter Stoltz. And they were cousins behind Access Resource Services. And that's the company that operated the Psychic Readers Network. So you would see her on television at night. And she would be, delving into her tarot cards, and people would tell her stories, and, she would predict the future and tell them about their love life and all this good stuff. So, with that being said, I want to show you a video of Miss Cleo to see if any one of you remember her. So let's go ahead and show you Miss Cleo.
Okay, I was wondering who the father of my baby was.
All right, let's take a look. The Miss Cleo DNA test. I'm solely searching for the father of your baby. Oh, it's the one that's very unpleasant. Okay.
Okay.
And he's also the one that had another girlfriend while he was sleeping with you.
Yes, he did.
Yep, that's him. That's the daddy.
Okay.
But you knew that.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know how. The baby looks just like him.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so you were in denial because he has a funny little chin, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, and the baby have that same little chin.
Oh my God. Ooh.
The cards can reveal things that you will never see by yourself. Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Call 1-800-980-8637.
Oh my gosh, flashback. It's so nostalgic. Miss Cleo says, call me now for your next reading. And no, I wasn't trying to channel Miss Cleo with the hair. It's just, I don't know, it's winter here for me. It's like 62 degrees. It's freezing. And I'm just, doing the fro thing today. So no, I wasn't channeling Miss Cleo at all. I just like looked at myself. I'm like, wait a minute. So another type of reading is like an aura, reading your aura, which is like your energy. An individual's aura is the energy field that emanates from their body, influenced by factors such as personality, mental state, physical, and health, and more. By conducting an aura reading, valuable insights can be gained reading a person's energy, aiding them in maintaining clean and clear auras. For instance, a psychic may advise someone with a murky aura to prioritize self care. I don't think you need a psychic for that. I think everybody needs to just practice self care. So some psychics possess the ability to perceive the colors of people's aura, such as serene pink aura of a romantic soul or the empathetic blue aura of a sensitive individual. Now, what if you are romantic and you're sensitive? So you're a pink blue, blue pink? I don't know. So skilled aura readers can delve beyond colors and provide further understanding of aura textures, such as scratches or holes that may indicate specific life challenges or traumas. Very interesting. So, well, you've heard that if you dream about fish, some people would say like if you dream about fish, that somebody would be pregnant. Now, I do remember, used to having this dream sometimes. Anytime I dreamt about fish, it was either a relative, someone in my family, or a friend, someone that I was close to, um, was with child. So that I don't know how, but that just was something for me. It doesn't happen to me that much anymore. In fact, for a very long time. Haven't dreamt about fish. And then, they have other things. If you dream about flying, if you dream about weddings, if you dream about, someone dying, or if you dream about that you're falling, and, you have people that can somehow interpret these dreams. That's known as dream interpretation, which involves a process of attributing meaning and significance to the symbols, images, and the narratives experienced in the dreams. Now, it is rooted in the belief that dreams can convey messages, insights, and reflections from the subconscious mind. Dream interpreters analyze various elements of a dream, such as people, objects, locations, and emotions, in order to interpret their symbolic representation and potential relevance to the dreamer's walking life. So the goal of dream interpretation is to uncover hidden meanings, to address unresolved issues, and to provide personal insights for self-reflection, personal growth, and of course, problem solving. There's also fortune telling. Fortune telling, also referred to as um, was a divination reading. Divination reading. I never heard of that phrase before, but yeah, I've heard of fortune telling. So when you're a fortune teller, it is a practice aimed at predicting or offering insights into the future. So you can tell someone what's going to happen into their future. And so, you can tell them events or circumstances, and this can be done through various methods, including tarot cards, palmistry, crystal ball gazing, and other symbolic tools. Now, a trustworthy psychic reader interprets the symbols, signs, or patterns to provide guidance, potential outcomes, and predictions regarding the individual seeking the reading. Now, it is important to approach fortune tellings with an open mind and acknowledge that the future is subject to change based upon personal choices and circumstances. I thoroughly believe that. So I'm not sure how much I believe in fortune telling because you always have choices, and based upon the choice that you make, like the cause and effect, that will determine the circumstances of your actions. A medium reading involves a medium, an individual who claims to possess the ability to communicate with spirits of the deceased. Now, this is the one that I really don't even, I don't delve into this at all. I'm like, I'm over here, so I want to stay over here. And when you cross over, I have no business communicating with you over there. So you stay over there and I'll stay over here. So anybody who has, a message to tell me from whomever, I'm not interested because I'm living my best life. I remember I went to a networking event and there was a young lady, and she just struck up a conversation. We were going up to the elevator. She's like, "Can I ride with you?" I was like, "Sure, no problem." And, I ordered a bottle of wine and we're talking, and, she just stuck with me for the night. So I was like, okay, we're stuck together and we're just talking and whatever. Then she ordered some finger appetizers. So we're eating, talking, laughing. And then all of a sudden she tells me that that's what she does for a living. She speaks to people who are on the other side. And I was like, okay, and that's your job. Okay, I'm not judging, not judging at all. Um, so then she says to me, there's this woman that's been trying to who's trying to tell me something. And she's like, have you lost anyone close to you, like within 6 months or so? And I was like, no. She was like, are you sure? I'm like, no. And I had lost it on, I think maybe a year or a year and a half before, but whatever she had to tell me, I mean, she took it with her. So I don't know. But the way she described the lady was more like a grandma figure, someone older. And at that point, both my grandmothers were living. So I was just like, oh no, that message is definitely not for me. She's like, yeah, this person's been trying to contact me. I was like, oh no, that message is not for me. And so I quickly found my way out, and we had exchanged numbers. I remember I blocked her and didn't communicate with her anymore on social media. The whole thing is just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So I don't know. I don't deal with passing over too well. So during a medium reading, the medium may receive messages, impressions, or visions from spirits and convey them to the client. And the purpose of this practice is to offer comfort, closure, and insights from loved ones who have passed away. Medium readings can provide validation, healing, and a sense of connection with the spiritual realm. So another video, I want to show you an example if you're not too sure what I'm referring to. I'm going to go ahead and roll that video so you can see. I'm sure you'll recognize, what's going on in this video and who they're referring to. So let's go ahead and roll this second video.
I mean, I guess everyone would want to know who did it,
Sure.
who shot him.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Let me see how to even start. Okay. Yes, the sweating starts. Okay. It's interesting in the way this comes through. One of the impressions that did come through was a memory right before passing. And this is as simple as it is, of him just standing outside of a residence. And he acknowledges this memory of, I remember just kind of like looking out, taking a deep breath. And the feeling is like his soul was preparing to go, even though he consciously didn't know what was about to fully happen. But it is interesting to note he is having me bring up two people, and showing me two people conspiring together.
Yes. So two people conspiring. I think if you have watched anything in the past 20 years when it comes to the late lyricist, rapper, B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, anything at all you watch, you'll be able to just conjure up anything. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing, however, um, by what he said, he really didn't say nothing too much that movies that were depicted about him, documentaries that were depicted about him. And I don't know. I'm not saying that this guy's a charlatan, but for the people who do this to others, take their money, play on their vulnerability, that's not cool. I don't know about this young man, and I'm not accusing him of anything, but he really didn't say anything to put her mind at ease, put her mind at rest. And although we know that she was close to Biggie, I'm sure it still hurts because people say time heals all wounds, but when you're close to someone and they pass away, like you never see them again for the rest of your natural life. And for me, I don't know about anybody else, but that's just a hurt that never goes away. I miss them, and I still feel that pain as if it was the first day that I've heard. Um, I think about my favorite aunt that's gone on the other side. I think about my grandma. My grandma was my very best friend, my father's mother, my very best friend. So when I think of those two people in particular, their days, I mean, this is years ago. I'm talking 17 years ago for one of them, and still feels very fresh. It's very painful. So I would never, for me personally, that's just a personal choice. I'm not going to see a medium to get closure or clarity. Um, because there is no closure, there is no clarity. It's like when they're gone too soon. It's not like they were ill, they were ailing, and then you prepare yourself to say goodbye. It was just like boom, suddenly. So um, best of luck to her. I hope she does find some comfort at times, but I know it still hurts. So yeah, that was Lil Kim. I know she looks way different from how she used to look, in case you didn't realize it. That was rapper Lil Kim. And the medium was I guess trying to communicate with Biggie Smalls. So, on the other hand, a tarot card reader is, when you practice that utilizes a deck of tarot cards to gain insights, guidance, and understandings in various aspects of life. And the tarot card deck comprises of 78 cards, each carrying its own symbolic imagery and meaning. And during a tarot card reading, the psychic or tarot reader shuffles the deck of cards, shuffle, and then selects cards based on the querent's questions or the chosen um, spread. And these cards are then interpreted to offer guidance, clarity, and potential outcomes related to the querent's life, relationships, career, spiritual journey, job prospects, opportunities. So tarot readings can be conducted in person, over the phone, or online. And the validity and the credibility and authenticity of individuals asserting a psychic ability are frequently subject to scrutiny. There are those who outright dismiss the notion of a sixth sense. While everyone is entitled to their own beliefs, it is worth considering certain instances where psychics have played a role in solving crimes. Now, with this, I certainly do believe that there are people that are born, with a sixth sense, that are born with something. So I don't completely dismiss it. There's just certain aspect of it that I wouldn't want to know about, even if it's true. And one of them would be to communicate with the dead. If there is someone that can communicate with the dead, I don't want to be a part of it, because I'll wait till I get to the other side. And I could wait. I could wait a very long time. So, so when it comes to like playing a role in solving crimes, these I find very interesting. These cases involve missing persons and murders where law enforcement and investigators they face numerous obstacles, reaching dead ends and remaining without answers. However, when a psychic became involved, the cases were swiftly resolved. And is it a coincidence, or the judgment is yours. But the last video clip that I want to show you, you can see how a psychic works alongside investigators to help to resolve crimes. Now, this, if I had psychic ability, if I had psychic powers, this is definitely what I would want to do to help to, that to bring in closure, to help to solve a crime, to help to find a missing person, and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this third video to show you how investigators can utilize a psychic. Let's go.
Said my daughter has a best friend who works at the Morris County Mall, and she's missing. She didn't come home. And that's when the vision popped up. The image I kept having was this naked body, multiple wounds all over. She was lying in water, raped. She had been terribly, terribly violated before she was murdered. And so I just went right into saying to her, I am sorry. I really can't discuss this with you. You call Amy's parents, or you call the police that are involved.
That same day, Amy Hoffman's body was found in a retention tank at the reservoir in Randolph.
She said, my daughter.
Wow. Yeah, so my whole thing is, if I had that ability, that's what I would want to do to, help and aid families that are in mourning, and that are just not getting anywhere. I think what is her name? Is it something Holloway? Natalie Holloway. I think about her. It took years for that guy who took her life, to confess that he took her life. And I was wondering, I think she had sought a psychic, and the psychic said that her daughter wasn't alive, but they never were able to find the body. But I think after he did what he did to another person and they caught him on video, I think he finally confessed and gave her closure. I think that's how it went. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I have a lot of stories in my head. I don't know. But anyways, psychics have been known to predict natural disasters, catastrophic events, deaths, births, communicate with the afterlife, all of that. So, I've been like walking in the parking lot, and I know like this happens to me like on 3 occasions I can remember, just like random women coming up to me. And you know what? I think they do this on purpose. They speak really, really soft so that they can approach you. And I remember, they go, oh, for $5, I could read your palm. And I just literally would go, put my arms out and be like, please, no, do not invade my personal space. Do not come any closer. Do not touch me. Because one thing I know is that there's anything to know about my future, my creator is going to tell me. He is not vexed with me. He is not upset with me. So anything I need to know about my future, he will let me know, whether it's in a dream, whether he whispers it in a soft voice, or it just, manifests and reveals itself. So I don't need anybody to come up to me and charge me $5 to tell me what what they see. Or my creator, we we on great terms, great terms. So yeah, I don't allow those people, I don't allow them to touch me. It's an energy thing, it's a personal space thing, and all that good stuff. So anywho, I hope y'all enjoyed this show, and put down in the comments what y'all feel about people who have that extra sensory ability, the psychics, the clairvoyants, or if you have any like funny stories about people that claim that they are but they really aren't. Anything, any stories you want to share, go ahead and put it down in the comments. And to my loyal family, the Supernova Tosha Show podcast can be heard on these apps such as Spotify, Pandora, TuneIn, or iHeartRadio. If you have a newer device, you might be able to get it on any Google Podcast. The goal is to be on the 10 best podcast list to listen to. So I am going to manifest that for 2024 or 2025. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk, but I know that's the list I want to get on. So y'all can help me out. Share it, like it, subscribe to it, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a cousin, tell a sister, tell a brother, talk about it. Yes. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel and spread the word. I'm so grateful for your time. Thanks for being attentive. I appreciate your presence. Be careful, be safe, and walk good. Peace.